Thanks for coming over. This is Amodeus. Today we're doing summonings. I know, a day late, $1 short. I made a huge mistake. I did not do my summons yesterday and I missed out on the lantern reward. I looked at the shop timing. I thought I had an extra day, but it's okay because we're still going to do our summons today and we're going to get good stuff. I feel it. So, hello, Water Basilisk. Garai, very good champion in arena defense. I like him a lot. Does require a lot of skill ups. Which brings us to another part of the conversation we could obviously be having right now, which is the new training event going on right now. So the training event, super awesome. I like the update that came out from Gameloft Gabby this morning, which was only today is there going to be, so from last night until today, is there going to be any ranking? And as far as that ranking goes, props to Reconcile. Looks like you were handily snatching first place. So very cool, brother. Very, very cool. But I like the idea of only running it for one day because it means you can like just go, you can go ham right off the bat and then like chill out and like relax and enjoy the rest of the game, right? Because sometimes after one day, everything gets, I like to say, body. I'm not making accusations, but like, let's be fair, like after a day it's a little iffy as far as whether or not people are able to maintain that stamina. So I like that idea. I like it a lot. So I'm 2 thumbs up on that one, guys. Very nice. I'm not always nice to Gameloft, so definitely positive encouragement for you guys. I like the strategy around that. Now, that set aside, man, oh, Lele, I would totally play 5v5. Love the new 5v5 since the queue times don't suck. But I can't. I'm doing a video. But props to you, man. Thank you. Everybody shout out to Lele. So, where was I? Man, I kind of want to play 5v5, but I got to summon. Day late, $1 short, doesn't matter. Got to summon. Because we got this training event going on. So, I've really been struggling with skill ups for a lot of champions. And passing, maybe with the update. Let me back up. Okay. Let me back up. So, with the update coming, with the changes in 5, with the patch notes, I really sat back and I looked at a lot of the champions. And I was really kind of looking at Yuko, right? And my Yuko doesn't have all the skill ups she needs, right? So I'm going to be super happy to get however many magical girls we can get today to help skill her up. But one of the things I was looking at, oh, lasers. Oh, absolutely not. I don't even want to give this dude the time of day, but I believe there's a public service announcement that needs to be made that he is my #1 worst champion in the game. And it's only compounded by the fact that I have him 6-starred and fully skilled. Because there are some splash screens in the game still that call him out as your first farmer and show him 6-starred. That's totally inaccurate. So if you have not heard of what a recruit code is, then you're not paying attention to global chat. But no, seriously, if you don't know what a recruit code is, it is a code that gives you Rota. Rota, 100% hands down the best starter champion for new players. And that is just because of her versatility throughout the rest of the game. There will come units that are better than Rota for different roles, but for a starter player, she's it. She's, oh, more skill ups. She's hands down the best unit. If you don't have one, my recruit code is down in the description because I don't feel like browbeating everybody with it every episode. And I do appreciate speaking of Rota right now, Fortuitous. So she is absolutely must have. She is an epic dragon slayer, which, you know, can't be said for all the other ratings for all the other champions. They're just not always 100% accurate. Because I think that Monument is still legendary arena defense. And since he got adjusted, he's not epic anymore. It's just not. He's just the wrong meta right now because of Rona, and just because he doesn't do nearly as much damage as he did before. So he's not even a threat. So it's just he's like a little bit like the vampires right now. In all honesty, which is vampires, if they can sustain, wipe you out. Like. That's why in that video I talked about the importance of taking out the healer, because without sustain, the vampires kind of like totter off, unless they are like ungodly runes, right? Rona, great champion. We're just talking about you. But I mean, there's just a lot. There's a couple of key a couple of key champions that in the beginning are must-haves, and Water Spearman is not one of them. He is awful. I don't know without a complete rework that he's even survivable. If they treated him like the Monkey King and gave him a buff every single update, I still don't think that splash screen they show in the game is worth it. Okay, rant over. back to summoning. So, like I was saying, with the, I don't even know what I was saying, but we're gonna pretend that I was talking about the training event. So the training event going on right now totally caught me by surprise. By the by, Scryo actually sent me a message, and he was like, "Hey, how you doing at the event? I don't see you." And I was like, "What event? What's going on?" And then he like broke everything down and showed, and I was like, "Oh, I'm told I did okay. I guess I should get started." So true to form, I just jumped in, bought a XP boost, and then leveled a few 5-star champions up that I was going to use to promote Kendrick, and took about an hour and a half, I think, to get the 2,000, but that's what we did. And then I used those to build Kendrick, and then I stopped because I already had all the points. And like I said, Reconcile is seriously handily is in the #1 spot. So we're not gonna try and even bother. Woo, lasers, what do we get? Dino Kid, I'll take you, one, because you're ritual summons, and I'm going to keep you just for that, because I built like 4 of you and used all of you to skill up my Dark Dino. But, built Dark Dino, and this is what I was talking about with the training event, is building up all of these champions, and doing it's pretty easy once you get a couple units to 5-star, right? 5-star, double XP, it's pretty easy, and they give you XP boosters in the game as one of your rewards. Look at that splash screen. Best splash screen in the game for the magical girls. But I was doing some testing, and I realized this weekend, because someone had asked, and I apologize that I don't remember who it was, and I'd go back and look right now, but I mean, but it would mess everything up. But they were talking about what's the difference between skilled and unskilled, and I have an unskilled washing and a skilled washing. They're almost identical stats, gear, the whole thing. They're almost 100% identical. I think the difference is like 3 percentage points on crit rate. So, I mean, if they crit, it's good enough. But I went and tested it, and I was like, the difference between the two is stunning, between skilled and unskilled. And I was like, maybe we don't give enough emphasis to the difference in that when we do highlight videos. So I previously talked about Ginger Sweet and not skilling her up. So now I am on the hunt for munchkins, right? This is like the Wizard of Oz in my box right now, because it's just munchkins everywhere, because I'm trying to skill up Ginger Sweet. Because I realize I have a very negative opinion about Blueberry, Ginger Sweet, Cinnamon, the non-crit buffing 3rd skill bonus damage based on HP. I have a very poor opinion of them because they don't have a lot of damage in comparison to the other Candy Munchkins, which makes perfect sense. But I also don't have Ginger Sweet 100% skilled up on her last skill. So now I'm, lasers, what do we got? Dino Kid, okay. I see Dino Kids, Basilisks, and Magical Girls today. I see a lot of that going on. I bet all of the, in Spirit, my life, man. So interesting. But, no, like I was saying, I think I want to spend a little bit more time, especially with some of the highlight videos demonstrating skilled and unskilled, maybe doing like a little before after, if possible, around some things. But, I mean, there's a pretty big difference, especially when you see some of those skills, like the very last level of the skills, like plus 25% damage. And it's just like, oh, like that's a huge deal. And I don't think we call that out enough in videos. So I want to do a little bit more of that, because I really just didn't even think about it too much. I mean, I knew, but I just assumed everybody did. So I'm going to make a special call out around being skilled or unskilled. And I think that really getting that laser line, especially for new players who may not be thinking about it, it's really, really important. So I'm using this event or using these summons to really look at that. Now, are there a couple of units that I would like to have? Well, absolutely. I always got my list going of champions I want to have. And I'd like to get Harlow, right? And I want to get Harlow. Oh, lasers. Oh, okay, okay. Nature Technician I just got. And I'm pretty happy with her. Now, I'm not as happy as Big Pete. Big Pete, shout out, man. Big Pete, he got the light and dark technicians. So maybe not as good a pull as that. But hey, we haven't gotten to our light darks yet. So who knows? But I do like the nature technician. Some more magical girls. Okay. You guys know that I need skill ups, Gameloft. I appreciate you giving me those. No, but like I was saying, I want to build Harlow because of the element neutrality. It's really the only reason I want to build him over Kendrick. So if I don't pull Harlow today, I'm going to go ahead and 6-star Kendrick. Now, the Bounty Hunter changes, I got a lot of questions about this. I don't know. I just don't know. They aren't significant in my mind in comparison to other champions. So, I mean, yes, there are definitely changes coming. Because I know that they're readjusting some of the base stats on the dark and the nature. Because they just don't have enough stats, really, to be formidable. But I just don't know if they're worth building yet. We'll have to look at it, especially since they got an AI adjustment, and it's no joke. If you like in part of the community pointed this out, if you look at Dino Kid, 4-star dark champion, does damage, has the potential to do a ton more if it was set up right. Like if its AI could mediate and manage the distance between it and its target before using its skills, it could really maximize a lot more DPS than it has right. Legendary defense, not anymore. Not anymore. But no, it could definitely, with the Dino Kid, it could definitely mediate, not mediate, it could definitely deliver more damage if it could get into melee range, or melee. No, melee. What are you doing? Of course it's melee. What are you doing? Melee range. So it's weird. So when they switch the AIs, and they say they're doing it to make it better, it's really important to like pay attention, right? So I am paying attention to those to see if there's really going to be some significant changes. Don't know though. I don't know. I kind of got my hopes up that a lot of these changes are going to be amazing for all of us, but I don't know. Don't know. All right, we need some lasers, man. Where have all the lasers gone? You know. Back to my most wanted. Like I said, I wanted Harlow because he's element neutral. I have Kendrick. I love Kendrick, but element neutrality would be amazing. But if not, I'm 6-star on Kendrick today for certain. Lasers. Oh, really, man? I feel like I should be talking about someone else. I was just talking about you too. Okay, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's a nice laser. It's a great champion, great unit. Skill him up. He benefits from skill ups like nobody's business. So I'm very happy that we got some more skill ups for him. Okay, last one, and then we're going to switch over to, let's go to Elemental. I think we'll switch over to the Elemental. All right, so we're back with the Elemental summons. Jumping right in, a little fire action for us. So I'm pretty, like I said, I'm pretty stoked that I'm going to 6-star Kendrick. And there's a couple other units I'm working on, but really, I don't know, man. Like, you want vampires, you want gun mages. You're not gonna. I mean, gun mages you're just gonna get through the bent of doing Guild Wars, but I don't know. I'm kind of torn, especially with all the changes coming out. Like, I don't know. I'm just don't know. Like I said, I'm a little torn. I don't know exactly 100% what I want. I mean, there's units that I like to toy with. Like for instance, I just talked about Dodgy earlier this week and about how much I used to love playing her, but I don't have like the light Fox Assassin, so I'd like the light Fox Assassin. I like Camille. He's very useful. Now, I think Camille's going to get replaced hardcore with the Nature Archangel now, because the Nature Archangel giving everybody immunity, it plus shields, plus anyway, it's going to be a thing, and I'm super excited and stoked for it. So maybe not Camille anymore, which maybe means I should 6-star my Garai. Because I've been holding off on 6-star Garai because he does such a good job outside of OH. But now that, well, see, even then, because now I have Torleone, which is the Nature Archangel. I got him, so I'm pretty excited. Let's go over to Legendaries. All right, here we are. You know what the best part about Legendaries? Guaranteed lasers. Lasers! Okay, you are going to go to my Dark Scion as food, because I'm not yet prepared to build my Light Scion. Alright. Come on, come on. Shocking. Lasers. What do we get? What do we get? Okay. It's a lot of duplicate champions today. A lot of Basilisks, a lot of Magic Girls, a lot of Dino Kids. I need the skill ups though, so I'm not complaining. Alright, what do we get? No gold. It's okay. Oh, absolutely not. No. Now, I know immediately somebody's gonna jump in here and talk about like the Scan Berserker getting a buff. So I like shouldn't hate on all the Berserkers, and I don't, right? I don't hate on all of them. Or Warlords, not Berserkers, Warlords. Oh, Espers! You know what? Espers are getting buffed. Their overall range has been increased. So that's actually a pretty big deal. It's actually a pretty big deal. Okay. I totally forgot I had these guys over here. Uh-oh. We got out of order, folks. We got out of order. No, but like I was saying about the scanned Warlord, I know some people are talking about man, what is it? It's a Brutal Charge, right? The AI got fixed for Brutal Charge. So, and let's be honest, Brutal Charge is like super annoying in Guild Wars because it'll throw a Greater Demon off its game, right? But it just doesn't have enough of follow through on the back end of that in comparison to like a Greater Demon does, right? So I'm just not feeling them right now. Now, in the comments below, if you want to, tell me about the great scanned Warlord, I'm down for it. I'm just saying from my personal experience. But I would be more than happy to listen to stories about how awesome they are. Now, the scanned Berserker, who's getting kind of a huge rebuff or a huge rework that includes a ginormous buff. I'm excited for that because we just talked about this. I farmed Rush Hour to get the Dark Berserker. I had crewed the Light Berserker, and I am super stoked for the buff for those two guys because they're getting a ginormous attack speed buff. So it's going to go to like 2, right? So it's super crazy, and I'm super excited for that because not only are they going to buff themselves to do more damage with a new strength buff, they're going to attack faster, and the Dark one is also going to get toughness every time he's damaged. I think it's up to 10 stacks. No, it's 5. What is it? I forget what it's. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think it's 5 stacks for every damage he gets. No, it's 10 because it's for every 10. I know, right? I'm so excited about it, I can't remember the details. No, it's 10 stacks of toughness, right? So that's insane, right? 10 stacks of toughness every time you're damaged, right? So and that's the key, right? That's like every time you're damaged, and then remember that's going to refresh and replace the old one. So I'm very, very interested to see how that dynamic's going to work out with the new toughness buff. And then like I said, he's going to do a strength buff for himself when he goes low, and more magical girls. All right. I'm digging it. Lots of skill ups, lots of skill ups. But no, so I'm really excited about the Scam Berserker to see what they're going to do. Man, we've been very... Ginger Sweet appreciates your contribution, Peppermint. We've been very, very light on lasers. What is going on here? I'm going to jump right over to dark here in a second. All right, three more. Come on, lasers. Where are you? Man. Will-o'-the-wisps. Ever since Dump talked about the dark fairy, I've been wanting the dark fairy. So maybe I'll put that on my list. Like, because we're going to do light darks here in a second. So that's what I'd like to have. I'd like to have the dark fairy. That'd be pretty awesome. Ah, another Esper. Fantastic. Fantastic. Getting buffed. I'm liking it. All right. Let's go ahead and let's relog and then let's do light dark. I don't know, relogging doesn't always work, but what's up? What's coming up? Anything? Do you want to do any of these? No. We don't want any of those. We have those. We're good. Okay, we'll wait. All right, so here we go. Let's jump into it. Light dark lasers, please. Dodgy. Man, so many Firefoxes today. Or Fox Assassin. Firefox. So many browsers today. No, so many assassins today. You just need the light one. Oh! Nailed it! Nailed it! That's so ridiculous! What do we got? What do we got? You, sir, are going to help build the light bomber. So I appreciate your... Because we already have one max skilled 6-star, so we'll never get two of those, I don't think. What's this? All right. Light fairy. Okay. Not the dark fairy. I was hoping for the dark fairy. But that's fine. What do we got? Boo. Just boo. Moving on. Come on. Lasers. There's no lasers. That was way too quick. What do we got? Oh. Man, I know people built him. I don't know why. I'm hoping they give him a buff. Ah! You know what? I am not going to complain. I am super stoked that I got the Light Fox Assassin. So, what do we got? Dark Ranger. You know what? That was like a... They don't call it Hall of Heroes here. I don't know what they call it. I can't remember. But, I don't know. That wasn't a bad summoning session. As always, though, thank you very much for watching the videos. Have a great day. Bye.